Let's watch some crazy stuff, yo! Let's just see where this goes.
You see, it's not legal and we're being disconnected. Today I will show you insanely fun build that melts bosses in seconds. You can use twisters, you can use glacial lens, or you can use both in combination to just freeze and then destroy them in one single hit. So you can play however you like, but you will get unlimited frenzy charges and therefore unlimited barrage that can create unlimited amounts of projectiles all the time. That's completely crazy, fun looking and refreshing. And again, if you're having troubles, you can create complete apocalypse and destroy screens. Anyway, build turns out to be really fantastic and fun, and I enjoy playing it right now. So enjoy the video. It's Monday, and this means GGG back at work. They fixed bunch of annoying bugs, but I know they are watching. We make unlimited flicker, they nerf this build on the next day. They let me to have some fun with unlimited falling thunder. And I really mean it, charges never deplete, even timer never goes down. But hey, we need to be ready. I know they will nerf this build tomorrow, but even if they don't, well, we need to be one step further. So, let's sell this stupid crossbow and I show you the build idea for today. I went through all the skills, again, to find most broken ones, and not everyone understands how it works. Basically, Mr. Gemling got this advanced thaumaturgy, which gives us extra gem quality. And for example, gem quality on Voltaic Mark should give us increased electrocution buildup. But if we socket it, we will reveal extra hidden quality, which will be reduced mana cost. Who cares? Socket galvanic shards, and you will load extra bolts per clip. Not bad, but I'm Spot and we will make completely broken build. As you can see, I prepared a little bit and we will play with Spear. So, here's the skill for today, Glacial Lens. Converts 80% of physical damage to gold, and there's loads of text, but basically you can't fork, you can't split, but we will build up freeze, so we will stun enemies kind of, and also we can frenzy charge this skill. So let's load this up and get our spear. That's how it looks like, boom, it's super slow, it creates this chilling ground, and that's it basically. Yeah, so that's the skill. These fragments will chill nearby enemies, so they will be slowed down, which is great. But if we consume Frenzy Charge, it will detonate, and instead of having 400 attack damage, we will have 600 damage on top, with more magnitude of chill, with more freeze buildup, with explosion, and with Mr. Gemling we will have chance to not remove charges on use. Oh yeah, you see where I'm going. So we're using this belt, which considered to be a body armor if we socket something inside. And I socket idle that give me chance to not remove charges. 10%. Sadly, I can't hit 100 on this belt, so we're only at 99, therefore we get 19 chance to not remove charges. By adding quality to the skill, we're already at 26% chance to not remove charges just from skill alone, and from these mini passives on Gemling 3, plus 19% from our belt. But it's not it. Also, we got an amulet with the chance to not remove charges on use, but still counting as consuming them. So that's one more source with 14%. If you don't know how to make this amulet, basically you need golden amulet serpent egg and you need to corrupt it and then use Val cultivation orb. If you're lucky, you will gain additional charge when you gain a charge, and also you will gain this extra line. On top of it, we will have chance to not remove charges over here from Fable stock, and we'll top it out with perpetual charge, which will give us 25% chance to not remove charges while still counting as consuming them. Boom, we are at 94%. We add Diala's Desire over here, and we are at 99%. Yeah, we still will have slight chance to consume them, but that's fine. Again, 100% belt or better old amulet will fix it, or just Val gem on Glacial Lens and hope for +3 quality, or at least +1. Another thing to decide right now is what spear we will use. Is it Tangle Tongue or Beta Spear? Tangle Tongue definitely gives us less damage, but maybe that's only now. Let's use Verisium Anvil and drop it over here. We will need a lot of really premium currency, but if we scale critical hit enough, it probably will be good. For now we will use basic spear. Funny part that when projectile pierces all targets, it basically cannot fork, it cannot split because it need to hit target to fork or split. But it still can ricochet, and that's really funny ability that I will try right now. Anyway, now we get chance to not remove charges, but we still don't have any charges, right? So how we generate them? We will do it with Combat Frenzy. So whenever we freeze target, we will generate charges. And with quality, we will remove time needed to get more charges. Bum 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 bum. Now Combat Frenzy with Charge Perfusion 2 will have chance to grant additional charge. And let's see how it will perform. But let's not forget we still got pretty old passive tree. And I prepared ideation where we will go now. And boom, we kinda ready. Combat Frenzy is on. And we got only one skill in our arsenal. So as you can see, we can kind of freeze enemies, but it was pretty slow the first time. Now all these spears just detonate, and that's insanely crazy. Oh no. That's fine. So we're definitely dropping loads of spears, and we're definitely not consuming charges, so it works. But it can be better, as always. So what I'm thinking right now is we need slight power boost, I would say, in terms of how fast we can freeze enemies. And it definitely can be achieved with Cine Aqua Grand Machete. So we will immobilize at 50% instead of 100, and enemies will take increased damage. Actually, we will have increased damage against immobilized enemies, so let's just freeze them. And now, boom, one hit and everyone is frozen already. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But we definitely see that there's something not quite right yet. Let's get back. You know, we're doing some damage, but we need more damage. And yeah, I'm Spot and I got a plan. So, first part of the plan will be simple. We'll get one more skill, barrage. So what's so special about barrage? Basically, that's the skill that gives us ability to repeat attack multiple times, and it will have even more repeats if we get loads of frenzy charges, and we get loads of them. Repeats will deal more damage with added quality. So now we will have more damage on the skill. But that's not it. So look over here. When you socket the skill into Gemling Legionnaire, you will have chance to not remove charges on use. Therefore we will get Jealous Desire over here. Let's forget about Ricochet, who cares. Let's just get Elemental Armament for more damage over here. And Rapid Attacks too, just to attack faster. Now our DPS is a lot better. And I really mean it, because on barrage we will have perpetual charges, chance to not remove charges, we will have cooldown recovery, and heightened charges, to have chance to benefit from double charge use. But this is not it. Yeah, we can scale it slightly better. So look, that's cool setup, but there's something missing. We don't need extra sockets on the skill, so we don't care about them. Therefore, we can just vial it and get quality 23%. And yeah, we get it first try, as always, because we got YouTuber client, so if you don't have it, you can actually buy it for like 1 Divine Orb or something like this. And here we are. Chance to not remove charges, 102%. Oh my goodness, boys, we are cooking. So let's get back and see what we can do right now. So first of all, we need to freeze. Now it's a little bit easier since we're doing slightly more damage. Boom, we get our charges, and boom, yeah, we are like doing some stuff. So at least it's playable right now. At least it's playable, it's doing damage. But what will be when we use barrage, not remove charges, and boom! Did you saw it? Boom! And instantly getting back our charges. Oh my goodness, look at this stuff. I don't know, I want to see damage on bosses. Jeez. Oh my, that's so good. So, Mr. Boss over here, we'll never remove charges, so don't worry. You will be instantly frozen. Oh no, he's not, by the way. So we need to fight boss? Why? That's fine, okay. We will do it. Boom, you are frozen. Oh, explosions. Okay, that's super funny. Don't forget to get secret chest on this map. Let's see how we can improve it. Herald of Ice probably will help us against basic enemies, like to clear maps faster. But not only with this. Look here. So Herald of Ice normally will improve explosion radius with quality, but not today. Since we are Gemling Legionnaire, we will have 26% increased cold damage, and that's buff grants. So by getting Herald of Ice, and activating it, we're getting this buff for cold damage. Let's not do any shenanigans, let's just get more cold damage here, more area, more elemental damage, and even more elemental damage with an elemental focus, as we're not doing any ailments whatsoever. So, with Herald of Acid looking already a lot better. First of all, we're doing a lot more damage, and look at these stupid monsters. Oh my, they're just being destroyed. Who's the boss here? And that's the boss. Okay. Damage slightly not here yet, but I hope we can fix it. Okay, now it's slightly better. I added bunch of gels in my sockets, and boom! Yeah, a lot better now. Oh yeah. But let's make it even more better. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Even though we need to improve our damage, let's remove this damage over here and improve stun build-up, since we don't need stun build-up while we inflicting cold damage. And I decided to get a little bit of deflection over here to improve our protection, while at the same time we will spec over here to improve damage for each elemental ailment on enemy, but there's not a lot of elemental ailments on enemies right now. So let's fix it with Sacred Flame, but later when we reach level 84. For now we will use this cheap Shrine Scepter, because with Scepter in our hand we can have a lot more buffs. Wind Dancer will help us to be more healthy. Trinity will give us more elemental damage, and I don't know why, but for now let's add Arctic Armor. Okay, now I got a lot more evasion, a lot more deflection, a lot more everything. Also we're doing some shock damage, some cold damage. Oh my. Get away, stupid monster. Okay, that's definitely looking good. Ooh. Oh, these explosions. But I am constantly getting pretty weird bug, where I need to unequip my item, and I don't know, I just can't attack. Okay, I guess that's how GG trying to fix my broken build. They're just telling me, oh, Spot, you won't be able to attack. Yeah, look, we can't attack. I'm pressing the button. I definitely have mana, I definitely have everything. There's no reason for me to not being able to attack, besides GG trying to fix my build like this. Like, oh bro, you made something too broken now. Look, you won't be able to attack with this. Yeah, you see, they think it's not legal and we're being disconnected. At least we're in the same place as we were before. Oh yeah, we did it, level 80 now. I will use this helmet with deflection rating, pretty good one, and this boots with also deflection rating. Now our chance to deflect is 95% with 80% evasion, and only thing left to fix is our cold resistance. Let's do it by dropping runes over here, and over here. And now look, we're completely ready. Insta freezing can regenerate charges against boss, so let's say we failed attempt and now we're in a boss fight. I mean, we definitely can. And they also unlimited. Oh. Yeah, that's not bad. Here's like a little problem though. I mean, it's slight problem, but it's still a problem. So look, boom and boom. We're definitely like destroying everything, and this part of the build is funny, but again, I can't attack for some reason. Okay, now we can attack. If anyone got any ideas why it's happening, let me know in the comments. But I guess we're just crushing all the servers. And I don't know why it's happening with Glacial Lens. Maybe because we're not consuming charges, who knows. Also, like, damage is fun, but where is my millions? Where is my millions of damage? I know, we got a few ideas. Okay, let's see. Boom. She's frozen, I hope. No, now she's frozen. Oh my goodness. We just need Garukan Resolve to actually increase this damage to insane amounts and probably slightly better spear. But these explosions. Yeah, when they crit, they do a lot of damage. Which kinda gave me an idea to test Tangle Tongue finally, so we will get a lot better chance to crit. Yeah, chance is better, but freezing is a lot worse. We need high physical damage. So sadly, Tangle Tongue is not for this build. So for now we get only one single little problem. Enemies with good elemental resistance. Who will win? Ah, you're Fire Lady. Chill. But when the resistance is not a problem, we will basically remove enemies from his existence. With how many? 14 explosions. Oh yeah. Let me crit. Boom. Oh my. That's crazy. Crazy and fun. And we will fix it. We'll fix problem with resistance. Boom! Oh, that's poor essence monsters. Oh yeah. Okay, so we reached level 84. That's a pinnacle of power. Let's get back and get my sacred flame. The coolest part, we got new animation of flying. Yeah, we look pretty insane. Anyway, now we should have damage. But don't forget, it's only in our presence, so we need to kinda stay close to affect damage. And technically ignore resistances, but it works, because when they are frozen we can come close pretty easily and explode them with extra damage. Also, big part of our damage will come from harness the elements. 20% increased damage for each type of elemental element on enemy. Because I got Sacred Flame, I will inflict fire damage and ignite our enemies. Because we added freezing mark to the build, whenever I freeze boss, I will get damage as cold damage to improve our damage even more. And with charged mark, when it triggers, it will drop shock to ground, shocking enemy, so that's one more ailment. And eternal mark to activate it twice. Mark of siphoning, because who cares? And boom. Yeah, so let's see. Mark and boom. And yeah, these explosions are pretty funny. So look, 14 explosions. Okay, it works, it's cool, it's fun, but you probably got a question or you got an idea. And yeah, I tested it and I played with it and it's also fun. So the idea you may have is how this build will work with twisters, because yeah, twisters are quite funny spell, I would say. And that's how it will work with twisters. Yeah, you can use them, it's not like unusable spell, you can even play with twisters, it's it's just completely brutal. But I decided I want to play with just one single button without like any weird stuff, but twisters work. Twisters also work. With this interaction, yeah, we can have unlimited twisters with loads of like damage. It's pretty fun at the same time. We can even use like two combinations together. So here we are, Mark. Let's freeze him first like a little bit. Now he's frozen. Let's do this stuff and boom! Oh my goodness, so crazy. So that's where we landed. At the build basically, for those who hate twisters, but still want to use like strong parts for them. We still use twister with salvo, duration, acceleration, elemental armament and deliberation. Wording slash with attack speed and blazing critical just in case. But we're mostly playing barrage glacial lens. So that's the plan. I want Garukan Resolve for Glacial Lens, and the only reason we're using twisters is because barrage on them is also like funny. That's basically something funny you can do. I mean, why not? Why not to do it? Since you never remove charges anyway. Yeah, unlimited charges with loads of stuff. We can even add Frost Nexus if you want to play mix of twister, and oh my goodness, yeah, we can do it. We can do it. Let me get back. Let's also try to Glacial Lens for quality. Boom, 21. Okay, perfect. Adding first Nexus here. And here we go. Now whenever we freeze, we create frozen ground. And we can do this crazy twisters. But I don't see why they are not frozen. So you see, freezing ground. Come on. You should have this icy effect. Come on. Where is my icy? Is this icy? I don't think so. Is it bugged? And who cares? It just destroys everything. Yeah. It definitely freezes everyone, so it works. Unlimited frenzy charges, unlimited explosions, and if needed, just loads of twisters. You can even use twisters like this, without like any other shenanigans. Oh yeah, it works. It just works. Let's first of all freeze him. Now there's a ground. Boom, boom, boom. Jeez. Boom. Frozen. Oh my. No, you probably have a question where we can push this build next. And that's a good question. So here's like few ideas where we can actually go with this stuff. First of all, again, this twister stuff works. You just don't need to run like spinner all the time. You can play normally with one button clear, you know, have some like chill moments, and when it's actually needed, you will use twisters as basically like boss removal tool. Boom. So there's bosses, we're removing them with twisters, and boom. Yeah, we won. We can play just with one single button, but without Garukan resolve, our boss damage is slightly weaker than it should be, I would say. Probably we can get it, we'll see. And this weird bug is still with me, but that's fine, we just need to move a little bit and it wears off. So, here's another idea. We can sacrifice just a little bit of this chance to not consume charges, and instead use more powerful amulet with quality to all skills. We will need ferocity, isolation and despair. So technically it will remove around 10% from our chance to not consume charges, but it will give us chance to gain more charges more oftenly. With better amulet we will get more spirit, therefore we will afford charge regulation to increase skill speed with the frenzy charges, to increase our protection with endurance charges, and we will have more critical hit chance with the power charges. Again, we want to actually consume charges at least every now and then, like at a very small scale. Boom! Come on! Then, on top of it, we can get our ascendancy points. Instead of going for pretty basic stuff that will reduce our skill cost or something like this, we will go for adaptive capability to satisfy attribute requirements with our highest attribute. To wear high quality spears we will need 127 dexterity, and for this scepter 114 intelligence. Therefore it's really hard to get a lot more strength, but if we can satisfy strength requirement of skills with dexterity, we can actually afford getting eternal rage to generate rage, which is also kinda possible with Whirling Slash right now, but it will be passive generation, and on top of it we will drop Berserk to increase effect of rage. We actually don't care because Sacred Flame will regenerate our life per second, so we can really afford it if it actually affects us and not only allies. But anyway, that's how we can push a build. Now, the question, do we want to push this build? And that's a question for you. Make sure to leave a comment, drop a like, so I know that you want to see where it can go. Or we should make some other ideas. The fate of this build lies actually in your hands, so see you in the next one, Exiles.